6:21 is the time. Now, I know I love to eat.
I love to eat.
That's all we talk about on the show, I feel like, is how much we love to eat.
And we got to embrace that, right?
Exactly.
You know, if you're not talking about eating, I mean, most people in my industry come in and talk about what you shouldn't eat and don't eat and stop eating, and it's obviously not fixed the problem. So I'm taking the other route and saying, hey, let's enjoy let's enjoy our life and eat what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of science behind it, and I want to reveal to you that you should eat a little bit more to actually lose more and maintain your results.
I mean, tell me more. Eat more.
Eat more.
As the key to losing weight.
So what the diet industry tells us, right, is like lower your calories, right? Lower your calories, don't eat that much. And what ends up happening is metabolic adaptation. So your metabolism adapts to that lower calorie, and then it stops burning how it should, and then it just wants to hold on to everything because you're eating way too little. And instead of us taking the approach of eating a little bit more and having a very small calorie deficit, we go to this huge calorie deficit, and then we're stuck in this place that our body will lose for a very short period of time, and then it stops, and then maybe it gains. And you're like, wait, I'm not eating that much. Why am I not losing? And that's where that vicious cycle comes in. So it's really just eating just under what your maintenance calories are, and allowing yourself to enjoy your life and have some more food, because we know that's going to improve your metabolism. It's going to improve your energy. It's going to improve your attitude, because who likes to be hangry? Right?
No one.
We don't like hangry.
No one in this studio likes it when I'm hangry.
All right? I've seen that. I think
it's scary.
but really, that's the thing is we want our body to function properly, and there's a certain number of calories we need. So we don't want to have those extremes like we're just don't care, we're just eating whatever we want, compared to let's focus on how much we're eating, but have a little bit more and have a lot better satiation throughout the day, but gives us an opportunity to enjoy our food, go out with friends, and obviously we're in football, so it's time to eat. And having those calories is going to improve our metabolism, but allow us to slowly lose that weight, but then stay in a regimen and in a routine that you can sustain, not something that you're not only going to do for a few weeks.
So you're telling me that I can eat as much pizza as I want, which sounds phenomenal, but it's not the same, you said, for wine.
No.
And that kind of hurts my feelings a little bit.
Well, I'm not even going to say you can eat as much pizza as you want, but if you're staying within your calories, awesome. And that's if somebody wants to know where that is, real quick, it's a multiplier of 12 is where we start people out at. What your goal weight is, a multiplier of 12. A lot of coaches put it at like 9 or 10 or even 8, or have you eating really, really too little. But yeah, you hit on that wine, and we know this is a season that people up their alcohol intake. And that's one of those things that you want to try to limit to once a week. Only reason why I say that is when you have alcohol in your system, it's metabolized a little bit different. So it actually turns your metabolism off from metabolizing fat, and your body has to metabolize alcohol. So you turn your metabolism off while your body has alcohol in it. So having a little bit a few times a week is worse than having a lot once a week. I'm not saying to black out once a week and go, okay, I'm going to get after it and do whatever I can.
On just a Tuesday, casually.
Hey, just Tuesday. I got to go in Wednesday morning. But it's really going to help you to see a lot better result when you're not doing it as often. Some people can get away with twice a week, but when thinking, hey, I've got to do that daily, I know there's football games on almost every day of the week, but pick your one day and that's it.
Okay, sure. I mean, LaCroix tastes just wonderful too.
It does.
You can have LaCroix. Wait, I want to go back super quick to the 12. The multiplier of 12. Yeah. So let's say my goal weight is 140.
Right.
So we multiply that by 12 and then.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of coaches or nutritionists will take that and say, okay, well, you want to be 140, so let's put you at 1,000 calories a day or 1,200 calories a day. The problem with that is that's not going to let your body function. I mean, we need to allow you to do it. So when you say you want to be at 140, and we say, okay, well, that's going to, if we're just doing a multiplier of 10, you're at 1,400 calories. Well, we got to add another 280 calories to that and put you almost at 1,700. If you're at 1,680, this gives you a lot of calories to deal with. And then we can see where you are after a couple weeks of doing that and seeing how your body's changing. Because I always talk about tracking where you are, where you weigh in and measure yourself just once a week, like a Wednesday, Thursday morning. first thing in the morning. That way you're probably in the same environment. It's not like a Monday where who knows what happens Sunday, or every weekend's a little bit different. And then this gives us that momentum to see that are the calories we're taking in working for us, you know, or the exercise that we're doing, because you don't have to go on some crazy exercise program. As long as you're moving daily, you're doing well. And obviously exercise is about a 30% of that equation of losing weight or maintaining healthy weight. So focusing in on how much you're eating is going to be a big, big difference. And one of the biggest keys I always talk about when you're eating, and it'll allow you to eat more and be more satiated, is lead with protein, because protein is essential.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
You know, we can talk about that more.
absolutely. I was just about to say, we're definitely going to have Eric back on next hour. We're going to talk about that protein and, of course, everything else that I can eat, because why not?
We'll get back to wine.
We'll get back to wine, which is the best sentence I think you've ever said to me. All right, stick around, you guys. We're going to be right back. Don't go away. All right, I know, and you know, and you know that I love to eat. I mean, who doesn't love to eat?
I love to eat. That's what I'm here to
As
say.
we all do.
Tell the people they get to eat.
That's it. All right, and apparently that's the key to losing weight.
Well, yeah, I mean, too often we see that people want to have this very, very restrictive, very low calorie diet that they can't stick to, but it also has a negative effect because it downregulates your metabolism. So when you're eating too little, your metabolism just shuts off and says, okay, well, I can't really burn fat. I don't want to, you know, it'll actually go after lean muscle tissue, which is even worse because we're eating way too little. And it's so important for us to eat enough for our body to function, and it's going to improve our metabolism, our sleep, our concentration. I mean, the benefits are endless, but you're just fueling the tank, right? You don't want to drive your car running on fumes the whole time, because it's not going to function and eventually stop working. So we want to see that you're eating enough. And I know we talked about in the first segment about if, say, you have a goal of 140, we do a multiplier of 12. When you're looking at 1680 in your calories, you can go, wow, I got a good amount of food to eat. It's not, you're not suffering from like, okay, well, I get 500 calories, so I get a piece of celery for breakfast, maybe one bite of that cold pizza.
A little bit of peanut butter,
you know,
on
a
that
little
celery.
bit. That's it. That's it. And you can smell the peanut butter, but you can't eat it. You know, but no, that's really key, and it keeps you from being hangry. You know, you can't function when you're hangry.
No, absolutely not. I know that from personal experience. So we talk about eating too little, but how do we know when we're eating too much?
You're gaining weight.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm just saying, it's science.
Simple.
It's science, but when you're,
Where do you find that sweet spot?
you know,
though?
there's that sweet spot.
Eric said I can have pizza,
Yeah,
but
you
not
can have
9
pizza.
slices of pizza, just 4?
Well, it depends on the day. You know, if that's the one, because we talk about one day, if you go over your calories, you know, have fun with it, do it, don't go bananas. But yeah, I mean, we talk about checking in every week and tracking. So if you're weighing yourself weekly and and we talk about measuring your chest, waist, and hips weekly, this is going to give you some data to see, okay, am I gaining weight? Am I losing? Where am I losing? Because, and the measurements are so important in that, because if you gain 2 pounds, but you lost a 1/4 inch on your waist, that means good things are happening.
Right.
Doesn't mean but if you saw the scale and just said, I gained 2 pounds, hands are up, I got to stop doing this, it's not working. And patience is key. Everybody wants to go, okay, well, it took me 5 years to put on this weight, I got to lose it in 30 days.
Oh, for sure. That's
It's gotta come
absolutely
on.
doable.
You know, and I mean, we have a technique that if you want to lose 20 pounds immediately, cut off a leg, you lost 20 pounds. It's gone, right? You know,
From the knee down?
You know, oh, it depends. You know, is that 20 pounds or is it above the knee? You know, but honestly, it's really enjoying your life. But going back to seeing what your daily calorie consumption is, and then weighing in once a week, not every day. Don't drive yourself nuts. And this is going to give you substantial consistency. And then you're able to see, well, is that 1680 for you and your activity level? Is that working? Are you maintaining your weight? Are you losing a little bit? If you're losing a little bit, great. If you're losing a lot, that's not good, because your body should only lose at the most 1% a week. So if you were 150, 1.5 pounds is max, not going, oh, I got to lose 5 pounds a week. Well, that's not really what's going to happen.
So you don't want to swing too much in either direction, too much, too little.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
Sure.
Consistency.
Well, and now that football season is back, we've been talking about obviously like eating what we
Calories.
want and calories in moderation, but I mean, we haven't really talked about what you're consuming drink-wise.
Oh, so there's that.
Yeah.
So, alcoholic beverages, this is a discussion I have with anybody I work with, because of the fact that alcohol has a completely different effect than other calories, because you're putting in a poison. I hate to say it that way, but it's a poison to your system. And for your body to process the alcohol and your liver to process it, it has to stop metabolizing fat. So every time you drink alcohol, your body downregulates burning fat and has to process and get that alcohol out of your system. So you're going to have much better results if you have alcohol once at max twice per week, but try to keep it to one day, than saying, okay, well, if I have 1 or 2 drinks, every day or every other night, not a big deal. The problem is you're downregulating that metabolism every single time you have it. So be aware that you're going to have a really big impact the more often you drink alcohol. It's not so much how much you're drinking, it's how often you're drinking it.
Sure, absolutely. Thanks so much, Eric. I really
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
It makes me feel really good to know that if I just do these things in moderation, I can still have
man.
pizza.
Consistently average trumps seldom perfection.
Love it. Eric, thanks so much.